So there's a couple things I want to get started when I talk about this chapter, because the chapter, there wasn't too much to actually happen in this. It was just talking about how everybody's going to raise their power level, and I really want to talk about the training and how they're going to do it. And obviously they're a lot behind, because Meliodas is around like 3,300, I think, and that's what it was. And the highest one I think is King, and he's around 4,000, maybe 400. And Gollin, the guy they were facing, was 26,000 without any of his magical powers. So I don't know how they're going to make up that difference. And if they added the 10 Commandments and all the Holy Knights together against each other, the Holy Knights were 150,000 with the 7 deadly sins and all them, and 300,000 without the magic is what I'm thinking it's going to be, because that's with their magic. They added it exceeds 300,000, but obviously they're going to be a lot stronger, and I really don't know how the 7 deadly sins are going to get that strong. Is everybody going on a training day? Hopefully we'll see all the training. And in my previous video, somebody said they'll be able to beat Gollin easy, or some, not easy, but they'll be able to beat him because that wouldn't be a story. Well, I told you so, because they couldn't beat Gollin, and I honestly think they're going to need to train a lot more. Hopefully Meliodas can actually deal with his, very like demon abilities. Hopefully he'll be able to master them and, bring them out in a fight. He tried doing that against Gollin. It didn't work too well. Then he just proved how weak he was, and he didn't actually believe it was Meliodas. And they're looking for the 7th deadly sin currently right now as well. And they're waking up Diana, and Diana doesn't know who King is, because King came out of nowhere. And it's just like, what happened to Diana? She gets hit so hard on the head, she got knocked out. Or did Gauthier erase her memory of King? I don't think he would do that for no reason, but, I like Gauthier, and he obviously deleted the memories of Gollin, and that's why they're alive. That's why everybody that was fighting him is alive. But I still am a little skeptical about him, but he actually does have this band on his wrist, and it actually helps him control himself. I don't know. It's Gauthier. He's always kind of weird, but I love him as a character, but I'm still iffy about him. And hopefully Diana will remember everything that happened, because I actually want to see them, King and her, as a couple, because that'd be really cool. And I'm really curious how they're going to train. I want to see more about the training thing. I want to see them get Bond back, and I don't think King is doing anything to help Bond. I don't know if he saw him or not, but right now Bond is kind of like has a tree through his chest, and he's just bleeding in front of his love. And I want him to come back, obviously, because it's my favorite seven deadly sins right now. I don't know how the 7th one's going to be, the Sin of Pride. But right now, Bond's my favorite, and I really love him, and I want him to come back, because obviously he's the strongest, not strength-wise, but endurance-wise. I think he'd be able to beat any of them, but I'm not going to get into that. Maybe I'll make a separate video about that, but right now, I'm just worried about how everybody's going to be training and what they're going to do, because nobody was able to beat Gollin, and it's not like all their power together would be one person that'll be able to beat him. It's everybody's weaknesses. Everybody has a lot of weaknesses, obviously, and they're going to have to train so they don't have that, and hopefully we'll get a long chapter or 2 or maybe 10 over their training and what they're going to do, and then, or they'll do like a time skip, but that won't work because all the 10 Commandments will come back. But other than that, nothing a lot happened in this chapter other than Merlin, telling everybody what to do, and hopefully she'll come back soon. And I want to see Arthur's magic. I want to see his magic so bad, because he was about to do it against Hendrickson, but he stopped because he was like, I don't need to use my magic power with a sword here. And it's just really cool. I really enjoyed this chapter. It was kind of a cool, calm down chapter from last week's flashback. Not last week's, 2 weeks ago's flashback. I wasn't able to review that. Maybe I'll review it later. I don't know. But, comment what you guys think is going to happen, how they're going to train, what they're going to do. And if you like my video, like it, subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. And tune in next week to see my next Nanatsu no Taizai review.